thunder, lightning, and rain.
When the hurly-burly is done, when the battle's lost and won,
there will be ere the set of sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath.
There to meet with?
Macbeth.
I come, Grey Malkin.
Paddock calls.
Anon.
Fair is foul, and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and fill the air.
Mea culpa, mea culpa, mea culpa, mea... What bloody man is that?
This is the sergeant that fought against my captivity. Say to the king the knowledge of the broils thou didst to leave it.
Doubtful it stood. The merciless MacDonald from the western isles of Kerns and Gallaglasses is supplied, and fortune on his damned quarrel smiling showed like a rebel's whore. But all's too weak. For brave Macbeth, well, he deserves that name, disdaining fortune with his brandished steel, which smoked with bloody execution like valor's minion card without his passage till he faced the slave, which ne'er shook hands with him nor bade farewell till he unseamed him from the nave to the chops and fixed his head upon our battlements.
O valiant cousin, worthy gentleman.
Mark, King of Scotland, Mark. No sooner justice had with valor armed compelled these skipping kerns to trust their heels, but the Norwegian lord, surveying vantage with furbished arms and new supplies of men, began a fresh assault.
Dismayed not this our captains, Macbeth and Banquo?
Yes, as sparrows eagles, or the hare the lion. If I say sooth, I must report they were as cannons overcharged with double cracks, so they doubly redouble strokes upon the foe, except they meant to bathe in a reeking wounds or memorize another Golgotha I cannot tell. But I am faint, my gashes cry for help.
So well thy words become thee as thy wounds. They smack of honor both. Go, get him, sergeants. Who comes here?
The worthy Thane of Ross.
What haste looks through his eyes.
God save the king.
Whence camest thou, worthy Thane?
From Fife, great king, where the Norwegian banners flout the sky and fan our people cold. Norway himself, with terrible numbers, assisted by that most disloyal traitor, the Thane of Cawdor, began a dismal conflict, till that Bellona's bridegroom, brave Macbeth, confronted him with self-comparisons, point against point, rebellious arm against arm, curbing his lavish spirit, and to conclude, the victory fell on us.
Great happiness.
That now, Sweno, the Norway's king, craves composition. Nor would we deign him burial of his men till he disbursed at St. Comes Inch $10,000 to our general use.
No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go, pronounce his present death, and with his former title greet Macbeth.
I'll see it done.
What he hath lost, noble Macbeth hath won.
Where hast thou been, sister?
Felling swine, sister? Where thou?
A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap, and munched, and munched, and munched. Give me, quoth I. A ranky witch, a rump-fed Runyon cried. Her husband's to Aleppo gone, master of the Tiger. But in a sieve I'll thither sail, and like a rat without a tail, I'll do, and I'll do. Sleep shall never night nor day hang upon his penthouse lids. Weary 7 nights 9 times 9 shall he dwindle, peak and pine, though his bark cannot be lost, Yet it shall be tempest-tossed liquid a half.
Show me. Show me.
Here I have a pilot's thumb, racked as homewards he did come.
I love!
Macbeth doth come.
Real sisters, hand in hand, posters of the sea and land, thus to go about,
Thrice to thine, thrice to mine,
thrice again to make up mine.
Peace! The charms wound up.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
How far is called to Forres? What are these? So withered, and so wild in their attire that look not like the inhabitants of the earth, and yet are on't. Live you? Or are you aught that man may question? You seem to understand me by each at once her choppy finger laying upon her skinny lips. You should be women, and yet your beards forbid me to interpret that you are so.
Speak if you can. What are you?
All hail, Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis.
All hail, Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail, Macbeth, that shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things that do sound so fair? In the name of truth, are you fantastical, or that indeed which outwardly you show? My noble partner you greet with present grace, and great prediction of noble having and of royal hope that he seems rapt withal. To me you speak not. If you can look into the seeds of time and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me, who neither beg nor fear your favors nor your hate.
Hail.
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 Lesser than Macbeth, and greater.
Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So all hail, Macbeth, and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth, all hail.
Stay, you imperfect speakers. Tell me more. About my father's death. I know I'm Thane of Glamis. But how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives a prosperous gentleman, and to be king stands not within the prospect of belief, no more than to be Cawdor. Say from whence you have this strange intelligence, and why upon this blasted heath you stop our way with such prophetic greeting. Speak! I charge you!
The earth hath bubbles as the water has, and these are of them. Whither? Are they vanished?
Into the air, and what seemed corporal melted as breath into the wind. Would they'd stayed.
Were such things here as we do speak about, or have we eaten on the insane root that takes the reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king.
And Thane of Cawdor, too. Weren't it not so?
The self-same tune and words. Who's here?
The king hath happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy success.
We are sent to give thee from our royal master. Thanks.
And for an earnest of a greater honor, he bade me from him call thee Thane of Cawdor, in which addition hail most worthy Thane, for it is thine.
What? Can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears that life which he deserves to lose. Whether he was combined with those of Norway, or did line the rebel with hidden help and vantage, or that with both he laboured in his country's wrack, I know not. But treason's capital, confessed and proved, have overthrown him.
Glamis and Thane of Cawdor. The greatest is behind. Thanks for your pains. Do you not hope your children shall be kings? when those that gave the Thane of Cawdor to me promised no less to them.
That trusted home might yet enkindle you unto the crown, besides the Thane of Cawdor. But 'tis strange. And oftentimes, to win us to our harm, the instruments of darkness tell us truths, win us with honest trifles to betray us in deepest consequence. Cousins, a word, I pray.
2 truths are told as happy prologues to the swelling act of the imperial theme. I thank you, gentlemen. This supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why has it given me earnest of success, commencing in a truth? I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to that suggestion whose horrid image doth unfix my hair and make my seated heart knock at my ribs against the use of nature? Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thought, whose murder yet is but fantastical, shakes so my single state of man that function is smothered in surmise. And nothing is but what is not.
Look, our partner's rapt.
If chance will have me king, why chance may crown me. Without my stir.
New honors come upon him, like our strange garments, cleave not to their mold, but with the aid of use.
Come what, come may. Time and the hour runs through the roughest day.
Whether Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Give me your favor. My dull brain was wrought with things forgotten. Kind gentlemen, your pains are registered where every day I turn the leaf to read them. Let's talk the king. Think upon what hath chanced. At more time, the interim having waded, let us speak our free hearts, each to other.
Very gladly.
Till then, enough. Come, friend.
Is execution done on Cawdor?
I have spoke with one that saw him die, who did report that very frankly he confessed his treasons, implored your highness pardon, and set forth a deep repentance. Nothing in his life became him like the leaving it. He died as one who had been studied in his death, to throw away the dearest thing he owed as 'twere a careless trifle.
There's no art to find the mind's construction in the face. He was a gentleman on whom I built an absolute trust. Oh, worthiest cousin, Macbeth! 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 The sin of my ingratitude even now was heavy on me. Thou art so far before that swiftest wing of recompense is slow to overtake thee. Only I have left to say, more is thy due than more than all can pay.
The service and the loyalty I owe in doing it pays itself. Your highness' part is to receive our duties, and our duties are to your throne and state, children, and servants, which do but what they should by doing everything safe toward your love and honor.
Welcome hither. I have begun to plant thee, and will labor to make thee full of growing. Noble Banquo, that is no less deserved, nor must be known no less to have done so. Let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart.
There, if I grow, the harvest is your own.
My plenteous joys, wanton in fullness, seek to hide themselves in drops of sorrow. Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and you whose places are the nearest, know we will establish our estate upon our eldest, Malcolm, whom we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland, which honor must not unaccompanied invest him only, but signs of nobleness like stars shall shine on all deservers. From hence to Inverness, and lodge this night with our beloved Macbeth.
I'll be myself the harbinger and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach.
My worthy Cawdor.
So humbly take my leave. The Prince of Cumberland. That is a step on which I must fall down, or else all leap. For in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires. The eye wink at the hand. Yet let that be which the eye fears when it is done to see.
True, worthy Banquo, he is full so valiant, and in his commendations I am fed. It is a banquet to me. Let's after him whose care is gone before to bid us welcome. It is a peerless kinsman.
Hail, King that shall be. Hail, King that shall be. They met me in the day of success, and I've learned by the perfectest report they have more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burned in desire to question them further, they made themselves air into which they vanished. Whilst I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor, by which title before these weird sisters saluted me, and referred me to the coming on of time with hail, King that shalt be. This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightst not lose the dues of rejoicing by being ignorant of what greatness is promised thee. Lay it to thy heart and farewell. Glamis thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet do I fear thy nature. It is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. What thou wouldst highly, that wouldst thou holily. Wouldst not play false, and yet wouldst wrongly win. Thou'dst have great Glamis, that which cries, thus thou must do if thou have it, and that which rather thou dost fear to do than wishest should be undone. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise with the valor of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round which fate and metaphysical aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal. What is your tidings?
The king comes here tonight.
Thou'rt mad to say it. Is not thy master with him, who whatso would have informed for preparation?
So please you, it is true. Our thane is coming. One of my fellows had the speed of him, who almost dead for breath had scarcely more than would make up his message.
Go give him tending, he brings great news. The raven himself is hoarse, that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits, that tend on mortal thoughts. Unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty. access and passage to remorse. That no compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my woman's breasts, and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers. Wherever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mischief, come, thick night, and pour thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark, to cry, hold, hold. Great lambs, worthy Cawdor, greater than both by the all-hail hereafter. Thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in the instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, never shall sun that morrow see. Your face, my Thane, is as a book where men may read strange matters. To beguile the time, look like the time. Bear welcome in your hand, your eye, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. He that's coming must be provided for, and you shall put this night's great business into my dispatch, which shall to all our nights and days to come give solely sovereign sway and masterdom.
We will speak further.
Only look up clear. To alter favor ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
This castle hath a pleasant seat. The air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself unto our gentle senses.
This guest of summer, the temple-haunting martlet, doth approve by his loved mansionry that the heaven's breath smells wooingly here. No jutty, frieze, buttress, nor coign of vantage, but this bird hath made his pendant bed and procreant cradle. Where they most breed and haunt, I have observed the air is delicate.
Our honored hostess, the love that follows us sometime is our trouble, which still we thank as love. Herein I teach you how you shall bid God yield us for your pains, and thank us for your trouble.
All our service in every point twice done, and then done double, were poor and single business. To contend against those honors deep and broad, wherewith your majesty loads ours.
Where's the Thane of Cawdor? We coursed him at the heels, and had a purpose to be his purveyor. But he rides well, and his great love, sharp as his spur, hath hope him to his home before us. Give me your hand. Conduct me to mine host. We love him highly, and shall continue our graces towards him by your leave. Hostess.
If it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly. If the assassination could trammel up the consequence and catch with his surcease success, that but this blow might be the be-all and the end-all here. But here, upon this bank and shoal of time, we jump the life to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here. that we but teach bloody instruction, which being taught returns to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commends the ingredients of our poisoned chalice to our own lips. He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed. Then as his host, who should against his murderers shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off, and pity, like a naked newborn babe, striding the blast, or heaven's cherubim horsed upon the sightless couriers of the air, will blow the horrid deed in every eye that tears will drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the side of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which all leaps itself and falls on the other. Hannah. What news?
He is almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked for me?
No, not he has.
We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honoured me of late, and I've bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which will be worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was a hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since? And wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? Ah? From this time, such I account thy love. Art thou afeard to be the same in thine own act and valour as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteems the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat of the adage?
Prithee, peace. I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none.
What beast was then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. And to be more than what you were, you would be so much more of a man. Nor time nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves. And that their fitness now does unmake you. I have given suck, and know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from its boneless gums and dashed the brains out, had I so sworn as you have done to this.
If we should fail...
We fail. But screw your courage to the sticking place, and we'll not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whereto the rather shall his day's hard journey soundly invite him, his two chamberlains will I with wine and wassail so convince that memory, the warder of the brain, shall be a fume, and the receipt of reason a limbeck only, when in swinish sleep their drenched natures lie as in a death. What cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men, children only, for thy undaunted metal should compose nothing but males. Will it not be received when we have marked with blood those sleepy two of his own chamber and used their very daggers? That they have done it?
Who dares receive it other, as we shall make our griefs and clamour roar upon his death?
I am settled and bend up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away, and mock the time with fairest show. False face must hide what the false heart doth know.
How goes the night, boy?
The moon is down. I have not heard the clock.
She goes down at 12.
I take it is later, sir.
Hold. Take my sword. There's husbandry in heaven. The candles are all out. Take thou that, too. A heavy summons lies like lead upon me. Yet I would not sleep. Merciful powers, restrain in me the cursed thoughts that nature gives way to in repose. Give me my sword. Who's there? Up front. What, sir? Not yet at rest? The king's abed. He hath been in unusual pleasure and sent forth great largesse to your offices. Nay more, your wife he greets withal by the name of most kind hostess, and shut up in measureless content.
Being unprepared, our will became the servant to defect, which else should free have wrought.
All's well. I dreamt last night of the three weird sisters. To you they have showed some truth.
I think not of them. Yet, when we can entreat an hour to serve, we'd spend it in some words upon that business. If you would grant the time.
At your kindest leisure.
If you shall cleave to my consent when 'tis, it shall make honor for you.
So I lose none in seeking to augment it, but still keep my bosom franchised and allegiance clear. I will be counseled.
Good repose the while.
Thanks, sir. The like to you.
Go, bid thy mistress, when my drink is ready, she strike upon the bell. Get you to bed. Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. Have they not? I need to see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind? A false creation proceeding from the heat oppressed brain. I see thee yet. In form as palpable as this, which now I drew. The marshals know the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools of the other senses. All else worth, all the rest. And see thee still. And on thy blade and dudgeon gouts of blood, which was not so before. There's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Now, or the one half-world nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtained sleep,
witchcraft celebrates pale Hecate's offerings, and withered murder, alarmed by his sentinel, the wolf, whose howls his watch thus, with his stealthy pace, with Tarquin's ravishing stride, toward his design moves, like a ghost. Ah, sure and firm said earth, hear not my steps which way they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of my whereabouts, and take this present horror from the time which now suits with it. Whilst I threat, he lives. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan. For it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
That which hath made them drunk hath made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Hark! Peace. It was the owl that shrieked, the fatal bellman which gives the sternest good night. He is about it. The doors are open, and the surfeited grooms do mock their charge with snores. I have drugged their possets. The death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die. Alack, I'm afeard they have awaked, and 'tis not done. The attempt on not the deed confounds us. I laid their daggers ready, he could not miss 'em. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I had done it. My husband!
I have done the deed. Didst thou not hear the noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did not you speak?
And
now!
as I descended,
I...
hark! Who lies in the second chamber?
Don Payne.
This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
There's one did laugh in his sleep, and one cried murder.
That they did wake each other, I stood and heard them. But they did say their prayers and addressed them again to sleep.
There are two lodged together.
One cried, God bless us, and amen the other, as they'd seen me with his hangman's hands. Listening their fear, I could not say amen when they did say God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could not I pronounce amen? I had most need of blessing, but amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought after these ways, so it will make us mad.
I thought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. Macbeth does murder sleep. The innocent sleep, sleep that knits up the revel's sleeve of care, the death of each day's life, sore labour's bath, balm of hurt minds, great nature's second course, chief nourisher in life's feast.
What do you mean?
Still it cried, sleep no more, all the house glams hath murdered sleep, therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more, Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? Why, worthy Thane, you do unbend your noble strength to think so brave and sickly of things. Go get some water, and wash this filthy witness from your hands. Why did you bring the daggers from the place? They must lie there. Go carry them and smear the sleepy grooms with blood.
I'll go no more. I am afeard to think what I have done. Look on it again, I dare not.
Infirm of purpose. Give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood which fears a painted devil. If he do bleed, I'll gild the faces of the grooms withal, for it must seem their guilt.
Answers that knocking? How is it with me when every noise appalls me? What hands are here? They pluck out mine eyes. Will all great Neptune's ocean wash this blood clean from my hand? No, this my hand will rather the multitudinous seas incarnadine, making the green one red.
My hands are of your color. But I shame to wear a heart so white. I hear a knocking at the south entry. Retire we to our chamber. A little water clears us of this deed. How easy is it then? Your constancy has left you unattended. Hark, more knocking. Get on your nightgown, lest occasion call us and show us to be watchers. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
To know my deed, 'twere best not know myself. Wake, Duncan, with thy knocking. I would thou couldst.
Here's a knocking, indeed. A man with porter of hell gate, he should have called, turning the key. No, no, no. Who's there? In the name of Beelzebub. Faith, here's a farmer that hanged himself on the expectation of plenty. Oh. Come in, time server. Have napkins enough about you. Here, you'll sweat for it. No, who's there in the other devil's name? Faith, here's an equivocator who can swear, in both the scales, against either scale, who committed treason enough for God's sake, yet could not equivocate to heaven. Come in, equivocator. Knock, who's there? Faith, here's an English tailor. You come hither for stealing. Oh, dear. Out of a French hose, come in, tailor. Here you may roast your goose. No, never a quiet. What are you? But this place is too cold for hell. I'll devil portrait no further. I had thought to have let in some of all professions that go the primrose way to the everlasting bonfire. Anon. I pray you, remember the porter.
Oh.
Was it so late, friend, ere you went to bed, that you do lie so late?
Faith, sir, we was carousing till the second cock. And drink, sir, is a great provoker. Of three things.
Well, what three things does drink especially provoke?
Marry, sir, nose painting, sleep, and urine. Lecture, sir. Drink provokes and unprovokes. Yes, it provokes a desire, but it takes away the performance. Yeah. Therefore, much drink may be said to be an equivocator. with lechery. It makes him and it mars him. It sets him on, it takes him off, it makes him stand to, and not stand to. In conclusion, equivocates him in a sleep, and giving him the lie, leaves him.
I believe drink gave thee the lie last night.
That it did, sir, in the very throat of me.
Is thy master stirring?
Our knocking has awaked him. Here he comes. Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morrow, both.
Is the king stirring, worthy Thane?
Not yet.
He did command me to call timely on him. I've almost slipped the hour.
I'll bring you to him.
I know this is a joyful trouble to you, but yet 'tis one.
The labor we delight in, physics pain. This is the door.
I'll make so bold to call, for 'tis my limited service.
Goes the king hence today?
He does, he did appoint so.
The night has been unruly. Where we lay, our chimneys were blown down. And as they say, lamentings heard in the air, strange screams of death, and prophesying with accents terrible of dire combustion and confused events, new hatch to the woeful time. The obscure bird clamored the livelong night. Some say the earth was feverous and did shake.
'Twas a rough night.
My young remembrance cannot parallel a fellow toot.
Oh. Horror. Horror. Horror.
What's the matter?
A tongue no heart cannot conceive nor name thee.
What is the matter?
Confusion now hath made his masterpiece. Most sacrilegious murder hath broke ope the Lord's anointed temple and stole thence the life of the building.
What is it you say? The life?
Me knew his majesty. Approach the chamber. Destroy your sight with the new Gorgon. Do not bid me speak. See and then speak yourselves. Awake! Awake! Ring the alarm bell! Murder and treason! Banquo and Donalbain! Malcolm! Awake! Shake off this downy sleep, death's counterfeit, and look on death itself. Banquo! Malcolm! Ring the bell!
What's the business? That such a hideous trumpet calls to parley the sleepers of this house. Speak. Speak.
Oh, gentle lady, it is not for you to hear what I can speak. And the repetition in a woman's ear would murder as it fell. Oh, Banquo. Banquo, our royal master's murdered.
What? In our house?
Too cruel anywhere. Did I prithee contradict thyself and say it is not so?
Had I but died an hour before this chance, I'd lived a blessed time. For from this instant, there's nothing serious in mortality. All is but toys. Renown and grace is dead. The wine of life is drawn, and the mere lees is left this vault to brag on.
What is amiss?
You are, and you do not know it. Spring, the head, the fountain of your blood is stopped. The very source of it is stopped.
Your royal father's murdered.
Oh, by whom? Those of his chamber, as it seemed, had done. Their hands and faces were all batched with blood. So were their daggers, which on what we found upon their pillows. They stared and were distraught.
acted. No man's life was to be trusted with them.
Oh, yet I do repent me of my fury that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise, amazed, temperate and furious, loyal and neutral in a moment? No man. The expedition of my violent love outran the pauser, reason. Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood. Oh. And his gashed stabs looked like a breach in nature for ruin's wasteful entrance. They're the murderers, steeped in the colours of their trade, their daggers unmannily breached with gore. Who could refrain that had a heart to love, and in that heart courage to make his love known?
Oh, help me, hence. Oh.
Look to the lady.
Oh.
Why do we hold our tongues that most may claim this argument for ours?
What should be spoken here, where our fate hid in an auger hole may rush and seize us let's away? Our tears are not yet brewed,
nor our strong sorrow on the foot of motion.
To the lady. And when we have our naked frailties hid that suffer in exposure, let us meet and question this most bloody piece of work to know it further. Fears and scruples shake us. In the great hand of God I stand, and thence against the undivulged pretense I fight, of treasonous malice.
And so do I.
So all.
Let's briefly put on manly readiness, and meet in the hall together.
Well contented.
What will you do? Let's not consort with them. To show an unfelt sorrow is an office which the false man does easy. I'll to England.
To Ireland, I. Our separated fortune shall keep us both the safer. Where we are, there's daggers in men's smiles. The nearer in blood, the nearer bloody.
And our safest way is to avoid the aim, therefore to horse. And let us not be dainty of leave-taking, but shift away. There's warrant in that theft which steals itself, when there's no mercy left.
I can remember well, within the volume of which time I have seen hours dreadful and things strange. But this sore night hath trifled former knowings.
Our good father, thou seest the heavens, as troubled with man's act, threatens his bloody stage. By the clock 'tis day, yet dark night strangles the travelling lamp. Is night's predominance, or the day's shame? That darkness does the face of earth entomb, when living light should kiss it.
'Tis unnatural, even like the deed that's done.
How goes the world, sir? Now.
Why? See you not?
It's known who did this more than bloody deed.
Those that Macbeth hath slain.
Alas the day. What good could they pretend?
They were suborned. Malcolm and Donalbain, the king's two sons, are stolen away and fled, which puts upon them suspicion of the deed.
Against nature, still. Thriftless ambition that will raven up thine own life's means. Then 'tis most likely sovereignty will fall upon Macbeth.
He is already named and gone to Scone to be invested.
Where is Duncan's body?
Carried to Coombe Kill, the sacred storehouse of his predecessors and guardian of their bones.
Will you to Scone?
No, Cos. I'll home to Fife.
Well, I will thither.
Well, may you see things well done there. And you? Lest our old robes sit easier than our new.
Farewell, father.
God's benison go with you. and with those that would make good of bad and friends of foes.
Thou hast it now. King, Cawdor, Glamis, all as the weird women promised. And I fear thou playedst most foully for it. Yet it was said it should not stand in thy posterity, but that myself should be the root and father of many kings. If there come truth from them, as upon thee, Macbeth, their speeches shine, why, by the verities on thee made good, may they not be my oracles as well, and set me up in hope? Hush no more.
Here's our chief guest.
If he had been forgotten, it had been as a gap in our great feast, and all thing unbecoming.
Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I request your presence.
Let your highness command upon me, to the which my duties are with a most indissoluble tie forever knit.
Ride you this afternoon?
Aye, my good lord.
I should have else desired your good advice at this day's council.
But we'll take tomorrow. Is it far, you ride?
As far, my lord, as will fill up the time twixt now and supper. Go not my horse the better, I must become a borrower of the night for a dark hour or twain.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
We hear our bloody cousins are bestowed in England and in Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide, filling their hearers with strange invention. But of that tomorrow, when therewithal we shall have course of state, craving us jointly. Hire you to horse. Adieu till you return at night. Goes Fleance with you?
Aye, my good lord. Our time does call upon us.
I wish your horses swift and short of foot, and so I do commend you to their backs. Farewell. Let every man be master of his time till 7 at night, to make society the sweeter welcome. We'll keep ourselves till supper time alone. Well, then, God be with you. Scylla. A word with you. Attend those men our pleasure.
They are, my lord, without the palace gate.
Bring them before us.
To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus.
Our fears in Banquo stick deep, and in his royalty of nature reigns that which will be feared. 'Tis much he dares, and to that dauntless temper of his mind he hath a wisdom that doth guide his valour to act in safety. There is none but he whose being I do fear. And under him my genius is rebuked, as it is said Mark Antony's was by Caesar. He chid the sisters when first they put the name of king upon me, and bade them speak to him. Then, prophet-like, they hailed him father to a line of kings. Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown, and put a barren scepter in my grip, thence to be wrenched by an unlineal hand, no son of mine succeeding. If it be so, for Banquo's issue have I filed my mind.
For them, the gracious Duncan, have I murdered. Put rankers in the vessel of my peace only for them, and mine eternal jewel given to the common enemy of man to make them kings, the seed of Banquo kings. Rather than so come fate into the list and champion me to the utterance.
Who's that? Now go to the door and stay there till we call. Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
It was, so please your highness.
Well, then, now, have you considered of my speeches?
Know that it was he in the times past who held you so under fortune, who you thought had been our innocent self.
This I made good to you at our last conference. Passed in probation with you how you were born in hand, how crossed the instruments, who wrought with them, and all things else which might to half a soul and to a notion crazed say, thus did Banquo.
You made it known to us.
I did, sir. And went further, which is now our point of second meeting. Do you find your patience so predominant in your nature that you can let this go? Are you so gospelled to pray for this good man and for his issue, whose heavy hand hath bowed you to the grave and beggared yours forever?
We are men, my liege.
Aye, in the catalogue ye go for men, as hounds and greyhounds, mongrels, spaniels, curs, choughs, water rugs, and demi-wolves are kept all by the name of dogs. The valued file distinguishes the swift, the slow, the subtle, the housekeeper, the hunter, every one according to that gift which bounteous nature hath in him closed, whereby he does receive particular addition from the bill that writes them all alike. And so of men.
Huh?
No. If you have a station in the file, not in the worst rank of manhood, say it, and I will put that business in your bosoms, whose execution takes your enemy off.
I am one, my liege, whom the vile blows and buffets of the world have so incensed that I'm reckless what I do to spite the world.
And I another.
Both of you know Banquo was your enemy.
Well, true, my lord.
So is he mine. And in such bloody distance that every minute of his being thrusts against my nearest of life. And though I could with barefaced power sweep him from my sight and bid my will avouch it, yet I must not, for certain friends who are both his and mine, whose loves I may not drop, but wail his fall, who I myself struck down. And thence it is that I to your assistance do make love, masking the business from the common eye for sundry weighty reasons.
We will, my lord, perform what you command us.
Though our lives your spirits shine through you. Within this hour, at most, I will acquaint you where to plant yourselves, advise you of the perfect spy, the time, the moment on it, for it must be done tonight, and something from the palace. Always thought that I require a clearness. And with him to leave no rubs nor botches in the work of Fleance, his son, who keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me than is his father's, must embrace the fate of that dark hour. Resolve yourselves apart. I'll come to you anon.
We are resolved, my lord.
I'll call upon you straight. It is concluded. Abide within. Banquo, thy soul's flight, if it find heaven, must find it out tonight.
Is Banquo gone from port?
Aye, madam, but returns again tonight.
Say to the king, I would attend his leisure. for a few words?
Madam, I will.
Naught's had. All spent. When our desire is got without content. 'Tis safer to be that which we destroy than by destruction dwell in doubtful joy. How now, my lord? Why do you keep alone? Of sorriest fancies your companions making, using those thoughts which should indeed have died with him they think on. Things without all remedy should be without regard. What's done is done.
We have scotched the snake, not killed it. She'll close and be herself, whiles our poor Malice remains in danger of her former tooth. But let the frame of things disjoint, and both the worlds suffer, ere we will eat our meal in fear, and sleep in the affliction of these terrible dreams that shake us nightly. Better be with the dead, whom we to gain our peace have sent to peace, than on the torture of the mind to lie in restless ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave, after life's fitful fever. He sleeps well. Treason's done his worst, nor steel, nor poison, malice domestic, foreign love, nothing can touch him further.
Come on! Gentle, my lord. Sleek o'er your rugged looks. Be bright and jovial among your guests tonight.
So shall I, love. And so I pray thee you let your remembrance apply to Banquo. Present him eminence both with eye and tongue, and safe the while that we must lave our honours in these flattering streams, and make our faces vizards to our hearts, disguising what they are.
You must leave this!
Oh, full of scorpions is my mind. Dear wife. Thou knowest that Banquo and his fleants live.
But in their nature's copy's not eternal.
Now there's comfort yet. They are assailable. Then without jocund, ere the bat hath flown his cloistered flight, ere to black Hecate summons the shard-born beetle with his drowsy hums hath rung night's yawning peal, there shall be done a deed of dreadful note.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. Come, sealing night, scarf up the tender eye of pitiful day, and with thy bloody and invisible hand cancel and tear to pieces that great band which keeps me pale. Light thickens, and the crow makes wing to the rooky wood. Good things of day begin to droop and drowse, whiles night's black agents to their praise do rouse. Thou marvelst at my words, but hold thee still. Things bad begun make strong themselves by ill. So, prithee go with me.
Macbeth! It needs not our mistress, since he delivers our offices. All we have to do to the direction just.
Well,
Stand with us.
The west yet glimmers with some streaks of day. Now spurs the lated traveller apace to gain the timely end.
Hark! I hear horses.
And dizzy.
His horses go about! Almost a mile, but he does, usually. So all men do, from hence to the palace gate, make it their walk.
A light. A light.
'Tis he. Stand to it.
It will be rain tonight.
Let it come down.
Treachery! Fly! Yeah! Fly! How mayest revenge! Oh, slaves!
Who did strike out the light? Was not the way. There's but one down. The sun is fled.
Well, we lost best half of our affair.
Let's away and see how much is done.
Sit down at first and last. The hearty welcome.
Thanks to your majesty.
Myself will mingle with society and play the humble host.
Our hostess keeps her state, but in best time we shall require her welcome.
Pronounce it for me, sir, to all our friends. For my heart speaks. They are welcome.
See, they encounter thee with their hearts, thanks. Both sides are even. Here I'll sit in the midst. But first, we'll drink a measure the table round.
There's blood upon my face.
'Tis Banquo's, then.
'Tis better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut. That I did for him.
Thou art the best of the cut-throats. Yet he's good that did the like for fleers. If thou didst it, thou art the nonpareil.
Most royal sir, Fleance escaped.
Then comes my fit again. I'd else been perfect, whole as the marble, founded as the rock, as broad and general as the casing air. But now I'm cabined, cribbed, confined, bound into saucy doubts and fears. But Banquo's safe.
Aye, my good lord. Safe in a ditch he bides, with 20 trenched gashes on his head, the least a death to nature.
Thanks for that. There the groaned serpent lies, the worm that's fled has nature that in time shall venom breed. No teeth for the present.
My royal lord, you do not give the cheers.
Sweet remembrance, sir. Good digestion waits on appetite.
And health on both.
Here had we now our country's honour. Roofed were the graced person of our Banquo present, who may be rather challenged for unkindness than pity for mischance.
His absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise. Will please your highness grace us with your royal company.
The table's full.
Here's a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord. What is that moves your highness?
Which of you have done this?
What, my good lord?
Thou canst not say. I did it. never shake thy gory locks at me.
Gentlemen, rise. His Highness is not well.
Sit, worthy friends. My lord is often thus, and hath been from his youth. Pray you keep seat. The fit is momentary. Upon a thought he will again be well. If much you note him, you will offend him and extend his passion. Are you a man?
I and a bold one that dare look on that, which might appall the devil.
Proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. Oh, these flaws and starts. Impostors to true fear would well become a woman's story at a winter's fire authorized by her grandam. Shame itself! Why do you make such faces? When all's done, you look but on a stool.
Behold! Look! How say you? What care I, thou canst not speak to? If charnel houses in our graves must send those that we bury back, our monuments shall be the moors of kites.
What quite unmanly in folly.
If I stand here, I saw him!
Fie for shame!
The time has been that when the brains were out, the man would die. And there an end, but now they rise again with 20 mortal murders on their crowns and push us from our stools. This is more strange than such a murder is.
My worthy lord, your noble friends do lack you.
I do forget. Do not muse at me. My most worthy friends, I have a strange infirmity which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love and health to all. Then I'll sit. Give me some wine. Fill full. I drink to the general joy of the whole table and to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss. Would he were here. To all and him, we thirst.
Our duties and the pledge.
Avaunt and quit my sight! Let the earth hide thee! Thy bones are marrowless. Thy blood is cold. Thou hast no speculation in those eyes which thou dost glare with.
Think of this, good peers, but as a thing of custom, 'tis no other. Only it spoils pleasure of the time.
What man I dare approach thou like the rugged Russian bear, the armed rhinoceros, the heckin tiger, take any shape but this, and my firm nerves will never tremble or be alive again, and dare me to the desert with thy sword, if trembling I inhabit, then protest with the baby of a girl. Hence, horrible shadow, and real mockery, hence. Being gone, I am a man again. Pray, you sit still.
You have displaced the mirth, broke the good meeting with most admired disorder.
Can such things be and overcome us like a summer's cloud without our special wonder? You make me strange, even to the disposition that I owe, and now I think you can behold such sights and keep the natural ruby in your cheek when mine is blanched with fear.
What sights, my lord?
I pray you, speak not. grows worse and worse. Question enrages him. At once, good night. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night. And better health attend his majesty.
A kind good night to all.
It will have blood. They say blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move, and trees to speak. Auguries and understood relations have by magpies and choughs and rooks brought forth the secrets to man of blood. What is the night?
Almost at odds with morning. Which is which?
How sayest thou, Macduff denies his person at our great bidding?
Did you send to him, sir?
I hear it by the way, but I will send. There's not a one of them, but in his house I keep a servant feed. I will tomorrow, and betimes I will to the weird sisters. More shall they speak, for now I am bent to know by the worst means the worst. For mine own good all causes shall give way. I am in blood stepped in so far that should I wade no more, returning were as tedious as go on. Strange things I have in head, which will to hand, which must be acted, ere they may be scanned.
You lack the season of all natures. Sleep.
Come here to sleep. My strange and self-abuse is the initiate fear that wants hard use. We are yet but young, indeed.
My former speeches have but hit your thoughts, which can interpret further. Only, I say, things have been strangely born. The gracious Duncan was pitied of Macbeth. Marry, he was dead. And the right valiant Banquo walked too late. Whom you may say, if please you, Fleance killed. For Fleance fled. Men must not walk too late. Who cannot want the thought how monstrous it was for Malcolm and for Donalbain to kill their gracious father? Damned fact, how it did grieve Macbeth. Did he not, straight, impious rage, the two delinquents tear, that were the slaves of drink and thralls of sleep? Was not that nobly done? Aye, and wisely too, for 'twould have angered any heart alive to hear the men deny it. So that I say, he hath borne all things well. And I do think that had he Duncan's sons under his key, as, and please heaven, he shall not, they should find out what 'twere to kill a father. So should Fleance. But peace, for from broad words, and 'cause he failed his presence at the tyrant's feast, I hear Macduff lives in disgrace. Sir, can you tell where he bestows himself?
The noble Malcolm lives in the English court and is received of the most pious Edward. Thither Macduff is gone, to pray the holy king to lend his aid, that by his help we may again bring to our tables meat, sleep to our nights, free from our feasts and banquets bloody knives, do faithful homage and receive free honours all which we pine for now.
And this report has so exasperated the king that he prepares for some attempt of war.
Sent he to Macduff?
He did. And with an absolute sir, not I, the clouded messenger turns me his back and hums as who should say, "You'll rue the time that clogs me with this answer."
And that might well advise him to a caution to hold what distance his wisdom can provide. Some holy angel fly to the court of England and unfold his message ere he come, that a swift blessing may soon return to this our suffering country under a hand accursed.
I'll send my prayers with him.
Thrice the brinded cass hath mewed.
Thrice. And once the hedge pig whined.
Happy a cry.
'Tis time.
'Tis time. Round about the cauldron go. In the poisoned entrails throw, told that under cold stone days and nights has 31. Sweltered venom, sleeping good. Boil thou fast in the charmed pot.
Philip toilet
trouble
in the cauldron boil, and bake.
Cauldron bubble,
Eye of meat,
double toilet
trouble, wool or bat, tongue of dog,
toilet
adder's spawn, blind worm's sting, lizard's leg, and howlet's wing,
scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's mummy, mow and gulf of the ravine soul sea shark, root of hemlock digged in the dark, finger of birth strangled babe, ditch delivered by a drop. Double toilet trouble, fireborn and cauldron bubble. Cool it with a baboon's blood. Then the charm is firm and good.
By the breaking of my thumbs, something wicked is my gums.
Open locks, whoever knocks.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags? What is it you do?
A deed without a name.
I conjure you, by that which you profess, howe'er you come to know it, answer me. Though you untie the winds and let them fight against the churches, though the yeasty waves confound and swallow navigation up, though bladed corn be lodged and trees blown down, though castles topple on their warders' heads, though palaces and pyramids do slope their heads to their foundations, though the treasure of nature's germens tumble all together even till destruction sicken. Answer me. Do what I ask.
Speak.
Demand. We'll answer.
Say if thou'dst rather hear it from our mouths, or from our masters.
Call them. Let me see him.
Come high or low, thyself and office deathly show.
Tell me, thou unknown power.
He knows thy thoughts. Hear his speech, but say thou naught.
Macbeth. 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 Beware Macduff. Beware the Thane of Fife. Dismiss me. Enough.
Thou hast helped my fears aright, but one word more.
He will not be commanded.
Here's another, more potent than the first.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth.
Had I 3 ears, I'd hear thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man. For none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live Macduff, what need I fear of thee? But yet I'll make assurance double sure and take a bond of fate. Thou shalt not live, that I may tell pale-hearted fear it lies, and sleep in spite of thunder. What's this that rises like the issue of a king?
Listen, but speak not to it.
Macbeth shall never vanquished be until great Burnham Wood, to high Dunsinane Hill, shall come against him.
That will never be. Who can impress the forest, bid the tree unfix his earthbound roots? Sweet bowed man Scott, rebellious dead, rise never till the wood of Burnham rise. And our high-placed Macbeth shall live his lease of nature, pay his breath to time and mortal custom. Yet my heart throbs to know one thing. Tell me if your art can tell so much. Shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
I will be satisfied.
Seek to know no more.
Deny me this, and an eternal curse fall on you. Let me know.
Show.
Show?
Show.
Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart. Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart. Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo, down like crown to sear mine eyeballs. And my hair, though other gold-bound brow, is like the first. A third is like the former filthy hags. Why do you show me this? A fourth, start-eyed. Will the line stretch out to the crack of doom? Another yet. The seventh I'll see no more. And now the eighth appears, which bears a glass that shows me many more. Now I see it is true. For the blood-bolted Banquo smiles upon me and points at them for his. Where are they? Gone. Saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected be the air whereon they ride.
Macduff is fled to England.
Fled to England?
Aye, my good lord.
Time thou anticipatest my dread exploit. From this moment, the very firstlings of my heart shall be the firstlings of my hand. To crown my thoughts with act, be it thought and done, the castle of Macduff I will surprise. Seize upon Fife, give to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting like a fool, this deed I'll do before this purpose cool. But no more sights.
What had he done to make him fly the land?
You must have patience, madam.
He had none. His flight was madness. And when our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom? To leave his wife? To leave his babes, his mansion, and his titles? In a place from whence himself does fly. He loves us not. He wants the natural touch. For the poor wren, the most diminutive of birds, will fight her loved ones in her nest against the owl. All is the fear and nothing is the love. As little is the wisdom when the flight so runs against all reason.
My dearest coz, I pray you, school yourself. But for your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fits of the season. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when we are traitors and do not know ourselves, when we hold rumor from what we fear, yet know not what we fear, but float upon a wild and violent sea, each way, and move. I take my leave of you. Shall not be long ere I'll be here again. Things, at the worst, will cease, or else climb upward to what they were before. My pretty cousin, blessing upon you.
Fathered he is, and yet he's fatherless.
I am so much a fool, should I stay longer. It will be my disgrace and your discomfort. I take my leave. At once.
Sirrah. Your father's dead. And what will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, Mother. My father's not dead, for all you're saying.
Yes, he is dead. How wilt thou do for a father?
Nay, how will you do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
Was my father a traitor, Mother?
Aye, that he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And be all traitors that do so?
Everyone that does so is a traitor and must be hanged.
And must they all be hanged that swear and lie?
Everyone.
Who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Then the liars and swears are fools. For there are liars and swears enough to beat the honest men and hang up them.
Now God help thee, poor monkey.
I doubt some danger does approach you nearly. Be not found here. Hence with your little ones. To fright you thus, methinks I am too savage. To do worse to you a fell cruelty which is too nigh your person. Heaven preserve you. I dare abide no longer.
Oh, whither should I fly? I have done no harm. But I remember now. I am in this earthly world, where to do harm is often laudable. To do good, sometime accounted dangerous folly. Why then, alas, do I put up that womanly defense? to say I have done no harm.
Where's your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified where such as thou mayst find him.
He's a traitor.
Thou lies, thou shagged villain!
What? You, eh? Huh?
He has killed me, mother. Run away, I pray you.
Let us seek out some desolate shade, and there weep our sad bosoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword, and like good men bestride our downfall and birthdom. Each new morn, new widows howl, new orphans cry. New sorrows strike heaven on the face, that it resounds, as if it felt with Scotland and yelled out like syllable of dolour.
What I believe I'll wail, what no believe. And what I can redress as I shall find the time to friend, I will. What you have spoken may be so perchance. This tyrant, whose sole name blisters our tongues, was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He hath not touched you yet. I am young, but something you may deserve of him through me. And wisdom to offer up a weak, poor, innocent lamb to appease an angry god.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is. A good and virtuous nature may recoil in an imperial charge. But I shall crave your pardon, that which you are, my thoughts cannot transpose. Angels are bright still, though the brightest fell. Though all things foul would wear the brows of grace, yet grace must still look so.
I have lost my hopes.
Perchance even there where I did find my doubts. Why, in that rawness, left you, wife and child, without leave-taking?
Bleed. Bleed, poor country. The title is afeard. Fare thee well, Lord.
I would not be the villain that thou thinkst, for the whole space that's in the tyrant's grasp, and the rich east to boot.
Be not offended. I speak not as in absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke, it weeps, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added to her wounds. I think withal there would be hands uplifted in my right. And here from gracious England have I offer of goodly thousands. Yet for all this, when I shall tread upon the tyrant's head or wear it on my sword, yet my poor country shall have more vices than it had before through him that shall succeed.
What should he be?
It is myself, I mean, in whom I know all the particulars of vice, so grafted that when they shall be opened, Black Macbeth will seem as pure as snow.
Not in the legions of horrid hell can come a devil more damned in evils to top Macbeth.
No, I grant him bloody, luxurious, avaricious, false, deceitful, sudden, malicious, smacking of every sin that hath a name. But there's no bottom, none to my voluptuousness. Your wives, your daughters, your matrons and your maids could not fill up the cistern of my lust. Better Macbeth than such a one to reign.
Boundless intemperance in nature is a tyranny. It hath been the untimely emptying of the happy throne and fall of many kings. But fear not yet to take upon you what is yours. You may convey your pleasures in a spacious plenty, and yet seem cold. The time you may so hoodwink. We have willing dames enough. There cannot be that vulture in you to devour so many as will to greatness dedicate themselves. finding it so inclined.
With this there grows in my most ill-composed affection such a staunchless avarice that were I king, then my more having would be as a source to make me hunger more, that I should forge quarrels unjust against the good and loyal, destroying them for wealth.
And this avarice sticks deeper, grows with more pernicious root than summer-seeming lust, yet do not fear. Scotland hath foisons to fill up your will of your mere own. All these are portable, with other graces weighed.
But I have none. The king becoming graces as justice, verity, temperance, stableness, bounty, perseverance, mercy, lowliness, devotion, courage, patience, fortitude. I have no relish of them, but abound in the division of each several crime, acting it many ways. Nay, had I power, I should pour the sweet milk of concord into hell, uproar the universal peace, confound all unity on earth.
Oh, Scotland. Scotland.
If such a one be fit to govern, speak. I am as I have spoken.
Fit to govern. No, not to live. Oh. Nation miserable, with an untitled tyrant, bloody sceptred. When shalt thou see thy wholesome days again? Since at the truest issue of thy throne, by his own interdiction stands accused, and does blaspheme his breed. Thy royal father was a most sainted king. The queen that bore thee, oftener upon her knees than on her feet, died every day she lived. Very well. These evils thou repeatst upon thyself hath banished me from Scotland. Oh, my breast. Thy hope ends here.
Macduff, this noble passion, child of integrity, hath from my soul wiped the black scruples, reconciled my thoughts to thy good truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth, by many of these trains, hath sought to win me into his power, and modest wisdom plucks me from over-credulous haste. But God above deal between thee and me, for even now I put myself to thy direction and unspeak mine own detraction. Here, abjure the taints and blames I laid upon myself for strangers to my nature. I am yet unknown to woman. Never was forsworn. Scarcely have coveted what was mine own. At no time broke my faith. Would not betray the devil to his fellow. And delight no less in truth than life. My first false speaking was this against myself. What I am, truly, is thine, and my poor country's to command. Whither indeed, before thy here approach, 10,000 warlike men already at a point were setting forth. Now, wheel together. Why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things at once. 'Tis hard to reconcile.
Well, more anon. The king comes forth today. There are a crew of wretched souls that stay his cure. For at his touch, such sanctity hath heaven given his hand, they presently amend.
What's their disease?
'Tis called the evil, a most miraculous work in this good king, which often, since my here remain in England, have I seen him do. How he solicits heaven, himself best knows. But strangely visited people, all swoln and ulcerous, pitiful to the eye, they may despair of surgery. He cures. And sundry blessings hang about his throne that speak him full of grace.
See who comes here.
My countryman.
My ever-gentle cousin, welcome hither.
Good God, betimes remove the means that makes us strangers.
Sir, amen.
Stand Scotland where it did?
Alas. Poor country. Almost afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our grave, where nothing, but who knows nothing, is once seen to smile, where sighs and groans and shrieks that rent the air are made not marked, where violent sorrow seems a modern ecstasy. The dead man's knell is there scarce asked, for who? And good men's lives expire before the flowers in their caps, dying, or ere they sicken.
Relation too nice, and yet too true.
What's the newest grief?
That of an hour's age doth hiss the speaker. Each minute teems a new one.
How does my wife?
Why, well.
And all my children?
Well, too.
The tyrant has not battered at their peace?
No, they were well at peace. When I did leave them.
Be not a niggard of your speech. How goes it?
When I came hither to transport the tidings, which I have heavily borne, there ran a rumor of many worthy fellows that were out, which was to my belief witnessed the rather, for that I saw the tyrant's power afoot. Now is the time of help. Your eye in Scotland would create soldiers, make our women fight to doff their dire distresses.
At their comfort we are coming thither, and with 10,000 men.
Would I could answer this comfort with the like. But I have words that should be howled out in the desert air where hearing would not latch them.
What concern they? The general cause, or is it a fee grief due to some single breast?
No mind that's honest, but in it shares some woe. Though the main part pertains to you alone.
If it be mine, keep it not from me. Quickly, let me have it.
Let not your ears despise my tongue forever, which shall possess them with the heaviest sound that ever yet they heard.
I guess at it.
Your castle is surprised, your wife and babes savagely slaughtered. To relate the manner whereon the quarry of these murdered deer, to add the death of you.
Merciful heaven. Give sorrow words. The grief that does not speak whispers the o'erfraught heart and bids it break.
My children, too?
Wife, children, servants, all that can be found.
And I must be from thence. My wife killed, too?
I have said.
Be comforted. Let's make us medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children. All my little ones. Did you say all? Oh. Hell, kite. All? What?
All my pretty chickens. And their dam. At one fell swoop.
Dispute it. Like a man.
I shall do so. But I must also feel it as a man. I cannot but remember such things were that were most precious to me. Did heaven look on and would not take their part? Sinful Macduff, they were all struck for thee. Naught that I am, not for their own demerits, but for mine, fell slaughter on their souls. Heaven rest them now.
Be this the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger. Blunt not the heart, enrage it.
Oh. I could play the woman with mine eyes, and brag it with my tongue. The gentle heavens cut short all intermission. Front to front bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself. Within my sword's length set him. If he scape, heaven forgive him too.
This tune goes manly. Come, go we to the king. Our power is ready, our lack is nothing but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for shaking. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long that never finds the day.
When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field. I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return to bed. Yet all this while in a most fast sleep.
A great perturbation in nature to receive at once the benefit of sleep and do the effects of watching. What? Besides her walking and her other actual performances, have you at any time heard her say?
That's which I will not report after her.
You may to me.
Neither to you nor anyone, having no witness to confirm my speech. Lo, you, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life, fast asleep.
You see, her eyes are open.
Aye, but their scents are shut.
What is it she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
It is an accustomed action with her to seem thus, washing her hands. I have known her continue in this a quarter of an hour.
Yet, here's a spot.
She speaks.
Out. Damned spot out, I say. 1, 2. What then? 'Tis time to do it. Hell is murky. By my Lord Fye. a soldier and feared. What need we fear? Who knows it? When none can call our power to account. Yet who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him?
Do you mark that?
The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What? Will these hands ne'er be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that. You mar all with this starting.
Go to. You have known what you should not.
She has spoke what she should not, I'm sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known.
Here's the smell of the blood. Still! All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand.
The heart is sorely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
Well, this disease is beyond my practice. Yet I have known those which have walked in their sleep who have died holily in their beds.
Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo's buried. He cannot come out on's grave.
Even so!
To bed. To bed. There's knocking at the gate. Come, 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 come. What's done cannot be undone. To bed. To bed. To bed. To bed.
Will she go now to bed?
Directly.
To bed. To bed. To bed.
Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. More needs she, the divine, than the physician. God forgive us all. Look after her. Remove from her the means of all annoyance, and still keep eyes upon her, so good night. My mind she has mated and amazed my sight. I think, but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
The English power is near, led on by Malcolm.
Near Burnham Wood shall we well meet them.
What does the tyrant?
Great Dunsinane he strongly fortifies.
Some say he's mad.
Others, that lesser hate him, do call it valiant fury. But for certain he cannot buckle his distempered cause within the belt of rule.
Now does he find his secret murders sticking on his hands?
Now, minutely revolts upbraid his faith breach. Those he commands move only in command, nothing in love.
Now does he find his title hang loose about him, like a giant's robe upon a dwarfish thief?
Who then can blame his pestered senses to recoil and start, when all that is within him does condemn itself for being there?
Well, march we on.
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly, or till Burnham Wood remove to Dunsinane. I cannot taint with fear. Was the boy, Malcolm, was he not born of woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not Macbeth. No man that's born of woman shall e'er have power upon thee. Then fly, false thanes, and mingle with the English epicures. The devil damn thee black, thou cream-faced loon. Where got'st thou that goose look?
There is 10,000.
Geese, Philip?
Soldiers, sir.
Prick thy face and overread thy fear. Thou lily-livered boy. What soldiers? Patch. What soldiers, wave face?
The English force, so please you.
Take your face hence. Satan! I'm sick at heart when I behold. Satan, I say! This push will cheer me ever or deceit me now. I have lived long enough. My way of life has fallen into the sere, the yellow leaf, and that which should accompany old age as honor, love, obedience, troops of friends. I must not look to have, but in their stead kisses, not loud but deep, mouth honor, breath which the poor heart would fain deny and dare not. Satan!
What's your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
All is confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I'll fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Give me mine armor.
It is not needed yet.
I'll put it on, send out more horses, scur the country round, hang those that talk of fear. Give me mine armor. How does your patient, doctor?
Not so sick, my lord, as she is troubled with thick-coming fancies.
Cure her of that? Canst thou not? Minister to a mind diseased. Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow. Raise out the written troubles of the brain, and with some sweet, oblivious antidote cleanse the stuffed bosom of that perilous stuff that weighs upon the heart.
Therein the patient must minister to himself.
Throw physic to the dogs. I'll none of it. Go. Ha! Put mine armor on. Satan! Send out. Doctor, the thanes fly from me. Capsir, dispatch. If thou couldst, doctor, cast the water of my land, find her disease and purge it to a sound and pristine health, I should applaud thee to the very echo, which should applaud again. Pull it off, I say! What rhubarb, senna, or what purgative drug could scour these English hence? Hear'st thou of them?
Aye. My good lord, your royal preparation makes us hear something.
I will not be afraid of death and bane till Burnham Forest come to Dunsinane.
Were I from Dunsinane away and clear profit again should hardly draw me here.
We learn no other but the confident tyrant keeps still in Dunsinane, and will endure our setting down before it.
'Tis his main home. What wood is this before us?
The wood of Burnham.
Let every soldier hew him down a bough and bear it before him. Thereby shall we shadow the numbers of our host, and make discovery err in report of us.
It shall be done.
Advance the war.
Advance!
Advance! Advance! Advance!
Hang out our banners on the outward walls! The cry is still, they come. Our castle's strength will laugh a siege to scorn. Here let them lie till famine and the ague eat them up. What's that noise?
It is the cry of women, my good lord.
I have almost forgot the taste of fears.
The time has been my senses would have cooled to hear a night shriek, and my fellow hair would at a dismal treatise rouse and stir as life were in it. I have supped for with horrors, direness, familiar to my slaughterous thoughts, cannot once start me. Wherefore was that cry?
The Queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow. And tomorrow. And tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle. Life is but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. There comes to use thy tongue, my story, quickly.
Gracious my lord, I should report that which I say I saw, but know not how to do it.
Well, say, sire.
As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and anon methought the wood began to move.
Liar! And slave!
Let me endure your wrath, if it be not so. Within this 3 mile may you see it coming. I say, a moving grove.
If thou speakst false, upon the next tree shalt thou hang, alive, till famine cling thee. If thy speech be sooth, I care not if thou dost for me as much. I pull in resolution, and begin to doubt the equivocation of the fiend that lies like truth. Fear not, till Burnham wood do come to Dunsinane, and now a wood comes toward Dunsinane. Home! Home! Hold out! If this which he avouches does appear, there is no flying hence, nor tarrying here. I begin to be weary of the sun, and wish the estate of the world were now undone. Ring the alarm bell! Blow, wind! Come, rack! At least we'll die with harness on our back!
Now near enough! Your levy screams, throw down, and show like those you are!
Tied me to a stake. I cannot fly, but bear-like, I must fight the course. What's he that was not born of woman? Such a one am I to fear, or none.
Tyrant, show thy face. If thou beest slain and with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still. I cannot strike at wretched kerns whose arms are hired to bear their staves. Either thou, Macbeth, or else my sword with an unbattered edge I sheathe again undeeded. Fortune, let me find him, and more I beg not.
Make all our trumpets speak. Give them all breath.
What
should I play the Roman fool and die on mine own sword? Whilst I see lives, the gashes do better upon them.
Turn, hellhound. Turn.
Of all men else I have avoided thee. But get thee back. My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword!
Thou losest labor! Let fall thy blade on vulnerable crests. I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one of woman born.
Despair thy charm, and let the angel whom thou still hast served tell thee Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Accursed be that tongue that tells me so, for it hath cowed my better part of man. And be these juggling fiends no more believed, that palter with us in a double sense, and keep the word of promise to our ear, but break it to our hope. I'll not fight with thee.
Then yield thee, coward, and live. To be the show and gaze of the time, we'll have thee as our rarer monsters are, painted upon a pole, and under it, here may you see the tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet. Though Burnham would become to Dunsinane, and thou opposed being of no woman born, yet I will try the last. Lay on, Macbeth. And damned be him who first cries, hold. Enough.
Enter, sir, the castle.
I would the friends we lack were safe arrived. Macduff is missing.
Hail, King, for so thou art. The time is free. Hail, King of Scotland.
Hail, King of Scotland.
We shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon with your several loves and make us even with you. What's more to do? As calling home our exiled friends abroad that fled the snares of watchful tyranny, producing forth the cruel ministers of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, who 'tis thought by self and violent hands took off her life. This, and what needful else that calls upon us by the grace of grace, we shall perform in measure, time, and place. So thanks to all, at once, and to each one, whom we invite to see us crowned at Scone.